All right, we're back for a little bit of Essex County Express. Because of that horror and trauma we took, I added the tarot card, and I just found that the look what I founds, they weren't coming up very often because it is solo and it's not all that many options. So we do have 1 XP left over. Hopefully we'll get enough to buy some cool stuff after this one. Hopefully we do as well. We did pretty decently, I think, at the museum. So recent events in the museum have forced you to reevaluate Armitage's tale about Dunwich. It cannot be a coincidence. Wilbur Whately and the Necronomicon, the creature from Dunwich, the people and the creatures who attacked you here in Arkham, everything must be connected. You're certain now where you must head, the lonely and dismal town of Dunwich Village. You consider telling the Massachusetts State Police what you know, but the negative consequences outweigh the potential gain. Given the nature of your story, they would likely write your stories off as an absurd hoax. Worse, they could lock you up. After all, you were present in an illegal speakeasy, and you also trespassed in the museum. Instead, you decide to head to Dunwich yourself in order to investigate further. You pack everything you think you might need and manage to get some rest for the night. In the morning, you head to the train station in Northside to purchase a last-minute express ticket. Dunwich is several hours by train northwest along the Miskatonic River Valley. There is no train station to Dunwich, but you manage to phone one of Armitage's acquaintances in the small village, a man named Zebulon Whately, who was present during the events several months ago. Armitage's notes indicate that Whately's family is spread across many branches, some decadent and unscrupulous, others undecayed, or otherwise untouched by nefarious and diabolical rites. According to Armitage, Zebulon's branch of the family lay somewhere between the decayed and the undecayed. Whately's, who knew of the traditions of his ancestors but was not corrupted by them. He agrees to pick you up at the closest station and drive you to town. As the train departs from Arkham, you feel the events of the previous night catching up to you. Exhaustion sets in, but before you can safely reach your destination, the train car suddenly rumbles and shakes, startling you out of your reverie. The train loudly skids to a violent halt, and you hear a rattling noise behind you. This is Return To, so there's an agenda 0. As the train to Dunwich comes to a jarring stop, you look at the window behind you and see an immense tear in the sky, like a rip in a piece of cloth. From the tear, a winged beast emerges. It lets out a painful screech and descends upon the train. The train has stopped on a bridge high above the Miskatonic River. You might be able to survive the fall, but you don't like your chances. Your best bet is to make your way to the engine car as fast as you can and get the train running again, because for some reason a gravedigger knows how to do that. Objective: if an investigator enters the engine car, immediately advance. Okay, and so we start all the way over here, because of course you do. Connected to the locations left and right of it. Cannot enter the car unless all the clues at the location have been discovered. We might die, folks. The passenger car is connected at all locations. You know what? We're not supposed to read this before we mulligan. So, when the game begins, if this is in your opening hand, put it into play. Does that mean I get to draw another card? I don't know that. Go ahead and let me know in the comments. We're gonna keep the gun for sure. But I think. Should we keep the machete instead? No, the gun's worth less money. I don't expect that many enemies other than the big monster. So I'm going to act like this doesn't get mulliganed and just draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know if that's actually the case. Yeah. So I have +1 health and sanity, so I'm actually going to tick these up. Yeah, and now we'll finish reading that card, because we weren't supposed to know. Passenger card connected, left and right. After you enter the passenger car, you must either discard a card from your hand. But I start here, so I never entered. I feel like you don't get punished for starting here. That may not be the case, but that's how we're gonna play it. Let's dump down a backpack. see if we can't find what we need. A keyring, hopefully. So we can grab this. 2. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's no other card we can get, but we will put both of those under here. So that was our first action. Our second action, I think, is going to just straight up play the keyring. So this is still under here. And our third action, we're at 2 to a 1 and we have a lucky in hand. Let's just try to investigate this so we can stay ahead of the curve here. -2, but we will be lucky. And we will get a clue. So we're able to move, but we can't yet, so that's fine. No enemies in play, so we'll click the upkeep button. Ooh, cherish keepsake. Things are looking our way. A doom goes on. There's a threshold of 2 here, so I think this is just kind of like a little bit of extra preparation because the original version of this is kind of tough. We get our bad card. At a location to your right. Or your location if there's no location to your right. I don't remember. I think the engine car is right. Yeah, because I'm currently at the leftmost. So he is up ahead of us. So at least we know that and can prepare for it. So yeah, at least we can prepare for that. Oh, yeah, we didn't spend the keyring, right? Yeah, we did the lucky. Okay, well, we need a weapon. So let's dump down the Derringer with our first action. And we can't kill this thing either way. Yeah, 5 health. But it's got victory. Okay, we can't take that sanity blow. So we're going to play down a cherished keepsake. So we played the gun. We played the keepsake. I think we play the leather coat as our final action. And just get ready to fight that monster next turn. So, enemy phase, he doesn't have Hunter, so he won't do anything. So we'll hit the upkeep button. And then this will advance. Oh, God. Spawn, leftmost location. That sucks. Hunter, massive forest. When the conductor is defeated, attach to the current agenda. After you advance the attached agenda, draw the conductor. Force, when the conductor location leaves play, instead of discarding the conductor, move it 1 location to the right. Whew, that sucks. Yeah, so he's not technically engaged with us because he's massive, but I'm going to set him here just so that I know that I'm in his location. Okay, so we're going to die. There's not looking like there's a way around that. I guess I could stand here and kill it. Okay, well, let's see what this thing says. The force of the gate grows with the presence of the winged beast. Several of the rearmost train cars are pulled backwards, and there's a dreadful metallic crunch as the attached train cars topple upwards into the rift in the sky. Nearby passengers are panicking, and others are cowering in their seats, and one elderly man has fainted in fear. Well, he's gonna die. I don't have to disengage, but he can attack me, I think is the case. I'm going to look massive up real quick. Massive. An exhausted enemy with the massive keyword is not considered engaged with anyone. An enemy with the massive keyword cannot be placed in the threat area. I know that. When an enemy with the massive keyword attacks during the enemy phase, resolve its attack against everyone. When an enemy with the massive keyword makes an attack of opportunity, the attack only resolves against the eventer who... Okay, so he does attack me if I try to move. But I'm going to have to. Yeah, I think I have to move here and just take his damage. It sucks, but we can't kill it. Yeah, so first action, we will move. We're gonna take this damage to keep these active for when this monster attacks us. So second action, oh, we gotta flip the car. Make sure nothing too bad's happening. The sleeping car is connected to the locations to the left and right. Gain 3 resources. Remember that you've stolen passengers' luggage. We're gonna shoot our gun. And after we get hit, we won't be able to use this anymore, so we're going to. We are +3. So +5. We're a 9 to his 4. We're up by 5. Shit. Okay, we get our bullet back. Of course, that's what happens. So we fire another bullet, I suppose. This time we're only a 6 to his 4. It was a 4, correct? Yeah. So we do 2 damage here, and we do lose our bullet. I know there's a way to combine these, but I don't know what it is, so I'll have to figure that out. So he takes 2 with our third and final action. So then he hits us for 2-1, I think it is? No, 2-2. So he kills both of our items. Alright. And this thing doesn't hunt, right? It just stays there being a jerk. Oh, I should switch. Yeah. Yeah. So, put that back, please. Yeah, it doesn't attack us, so we will upkeep here. We got our cherished keepsake back, that's good. A doom goes on to the thing. So we have 1 turn to deal with this guy. We shot him once, so we've successfully hurt him once. Okay. We got our bad card. It's another of these freaking monsters. Oh, this is going to be a slog, folks. Are these supposed to even be in the... Let me check this. They're part of it. Are they just supposed to be able to kick me in the teeth? Is this wrong? Please be wrong. Nope, I just get hit in the mouth a bunch. Okay, so we'll take the problems as they come. We shoot at this guy and hope for the best. The best is what happens. He dies. No, he does not. Oh, God. Oh, we're in trouble. We'd be a 4 to a 4 to just punch him, but I really don't want to use the gun. That was our first action. Oh boy. We can't try 4 to a 4. We have to shoot him. Yeah, see, that was the right play. Unfortunately, that was the right play. So he goes into the victory display at least. So that's nice. And we killed him with our second action, which means we can run into the next room. and we'll be ahead of the monster. We're also going to get hurt in the face. Oh, I'm going to take... that thing's just going to hit me in the horror, so we'll take the keepsake as much as I want the coat back. We're going to take the keepsake and play it with our power. So with our third and final action, we run forward to face tank this guy. And I don't genuinely know how we're going to deal with him, but I know what happens if we don't try. So he hits us, he kills the keepsake, and we take 2. Sucks, but it's what happens. Upkeep. We drew into the machete. That's going to be not terrible. Not terrible. This thing advances. The rearmost car of the train detaches as it's pulled backwards. To your horror, it rises off the tracks and is consumed by the gate above you. Remove the leftmost location from the game, or place it in the victory display if it has victory, and no clues are on it. Each investigator at that location is defeated. Each enemy and asset at that location is discarded. Discard all clues controlled by investigators. Oh, you know what? I couldn't move here. So he didn't fight me. I'm actually stuck there because of the clue. So he didn't fight me. So I get my treasured keepsake back. And my last action would actually have to be to try to get that clue. Which... we're a 2 to a 2. There's nothing we can do about that. 2 to a 2. Oops, I didn't clone this. Minus X, where X is the current agenda. I think it's agenda 1. Minus 1 is enough to make us fail, so we get our keyring back. That sucked. So flip, 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 because we have our money. So this thing gets sucked away. Whee! Did it have victory? No. Each investigator at the location is defeated. Each enemy and asset at the location is discarded. Discard all clues that would be controlled by investigators. Okay, so instead of discarded, though, he moves 1 location to the right, so he's back at us. He's not technically engaged with us, so we can run from him. But we'll take an attack of opportunity. So we're stuck here with the clues. Encounter card. Hunter, while you're engaged with him, you cannot move. Guys, we're gonna die. We're just not meant for this world. We're gonna try with our first action to evade this thing. We are a, with the backpack, we're a 4 to a 2. We evaded him. He is a hunter, so, you know, not great. We can't get this clue without taking an attack of opportunity from this thing. We have to do it, so we'll take the attack up. We're just gonna die here. +1, so we get the clue. We've got the clue. Ooh, did I take that up? That should have ticked down, right? I should be at 3, I think. Oh no, it should be at 5. That was right, because I put it over here. If we move here, there's nothing we can do about him attacking, and he kills us. If we stay here, there's nothing we can do about him attacking, and he kills us. I think I just die. Sorry, this is going to be a quick video, guys. The return to is freaking hard. This guy's a jerk. I guess I should have tried to kill him in the beginning. Like, I guess. think I just... I move and die, right? Like, that's my only choice here. I could gain 3 resources and then he attacks me. Yeah, I just die. That sucks. Sorry about that one, folks. So I'm going to get through the time and space here, I think. So we die by physical trauma. From this thing punching us. And we flip to the resolutions. If at least one investigator was defeated, the defeated investigators reads this first. Your experience beyond the gate is simultaneously terrifying and impossible to recall with clarity, a hypnotic spectacle of lights and otherworldly sensations. An altered geometry dances at the tattered edges of your mind, an unearthly voice from beyond rings in your ears, its significance an enigma. When you awaken, you find yourself in the woods several miles from the Miskatonic River. Destroyed train cars surround you. They're crumpled as if from a severe impact. They're also decayed as if years of rust and squalor have claimed them. There is no sign of other passengers. Each investigator who was defeated has acquired the Across Space and Time weakness and must add 1 copy to his or her deck. This card does not count towards the investigator's deck size. Each investigator who was defeated earns a bonus experience. That's worth it. At his or her experience beyond the gate grants them insight into the cosmos. If an investigator with a Necronomicon is in her deck, it was taken from you. Nope. If no resolution was reached, go to resolution 2. Rattled, you begin walking alongside the train tracks, making your way towards Dunwich. In your campaign log, record that the investigators were delayed on their way to Dunwich. Each investigator gets X. X is 1. X is 1. So I gained 2 XP off of that, so I have 3 unspent again. That sucked. And I've got the +1 physical trauma, right? Yeah. And then I get this nifty neato through space and time weakness added to my deck. A real doozy there, guys. Okay, well, that seems like an unfortunately fast ending to this one. I'll see you next time. Peace out.